Welcome to Washington East to West Sports. This is episode 144. I am Matt Beatty, joined alongside, as usual, by Sean Beatty and Kevin Ardall. If you want to get involved in the show, go ahead and blue sky at us. I'm at Master B. Sean is at Nasty Billy 22. Sean, I think, is it? It's longer, isn't it? Isn't it Nasty Billy Sean or something like that? 22 Sean?
No, no.
No? Okay, I thought I saw that on Blue Sky. I'm wrong. Anyway, Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is at Emerald Bowler on X. Sean is Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is C to Believe, SEA to Believe. Subscribe to us on YouTube and tell us what you think of the topics we talk about in the comments below. Boys, let's get right into the best news of the weekend. That's right, the Seattle Seahawks defeated the San Francisco 49ers in Santa Clara on Saturday to earn the number one seed and win the NFC West title. Well, let's just get into it. Sean, what'd you think of that game on Saturday?
It was pretty incredible. I think it's the first time Kyle Shanahan's offense in San Francisco has not scored a touchdown his entire time, playoffs included. So I mean, literally better than has ever happened. So I don't know how you could be less than. I mean, it for a game that ended only a 10-point difference. Kevin was over. I never really got nervous during that whole game because the defense just hit everything that moved and smashed. Yeah, they maybe got a little lucky with the Christian McCaffrey bobble interception, but I mean, best case scenario, I think they're getting three there, and it's a 3-13 game. You know what I mean? Like, it's not at any point did I ever feel super nervous like a normal Seahawks game. They were just dominating that side of the ball. Now, even then, I still felt like the Seahawks on the offense were still kind of moving a little bit, but fourth down, goal line situations, two missed field goals, like they felt like they were dominating that game way more than the final score indicated. So I never felt, at one point it was a 10-3 game. I never felt worried about Seahawks being the better team or like the 49ers are going to run a rough shot on us. I was like, no, they could get lucky. And, it's a one score game. You get lucky, you go for two, maybe you win. But like, other than them getting lucky, I was like, no, if this game plays out and luck doesn't swing crazy, the Seahawks have this game because, like I said, they're moving the ball on the 49ers constantly. Just again, two missed field goals, a random four set of plays, and the goal line prevents it from being a what, like 26-3 game. Like that's really how it felt. I mean, they just run it three times on the goal line, touchdown, and then Jason Myers makes two makeable field goals. It's 26-3. It's the final score, and that's what it felt like. It felt like a 26-3 game. So they just dominated every facet of this game. So yeah, it felt great.
Kevin, what'd you think?
Yeah, if anything, if I was more nervous, it's because we were kind of shooting ourselves in the foot more. And doing some dumb, like, I mean, with Jason Myers, it was just a bad day at the office type deal. I have Jason Myers has done that before, and then the next, like, I remember like that whole week of practice, he just like went crazy and stuff, and I expect him to do the same thing, or else I'm gonna kick field goals into his dick. Okay. But it was, yeah, and there was like some sloppiness there with some play calling, and Sam Darnold had some not so good decision making. I mean, he still didn't turn the ball over, which was good, even though there was one time it did get close. Um, Clint Kubiak with some very poor decision making after the PI that put us to the goal line. I don't know what the hell he was thinking there, and then Sam just makes a bad decision and should have thrown the ball out too. Like, uh, yeah, it was like we this game should have been way more of a blowout than what it was, as Sean kind of already mentioned. It feels like we need something on special teams to spark something on offense, and that's not good. I get that the O line's kind of mediocre at best. I mean, yes, we did just extend Charles Cross, and we'll get into that more, which is nice. Um, but even with Zabel, who's been actually he's been
Highest graded player in week 18, by the way, in all of football, by the way.
uh, but
So
he's
it's
also
just,
been off. He's been hot and cold too during
yeah,
this. He's had he's had some Anthony Bradford games. I've seen some footage on him where
I wouldn't say games, but plays for sure. For sure.
well, yeah, no, he's not doing like what Anthony Bradford does, but like there are like times where like I've seen plays where like he's had multiple plays in a quarter where he looks like he's just trying to mimic Anthony Bradford to like make fun of him. Like
Yeah, but he is a rookie, so we'll give him that.
right, and I expect, like I
Yeah,
said, but then I've seen like where he's just nuts, like where
yeah.
he's just making dudes look stupid. Um, so, and honestly, I think that's what we're going to address in the off season, anywho, is we're just going to try to like draft and fortify that O line more. And I think hopefully, hope to God, Anthony Bradford is going to play his last game as a Seahawk this, this postseason. But um, all in all, yeah, the Niners are really banged up, sure, but like our defense just looks so good. Even worried, like we can't say enough about this kid. Hit like his the way he studies film, where he recognizes things, like he shut Greg Kittle down. Like he was all over the field just making plays. The Drake Thomas head, even though it kind of fell into his lap, is still kind of heads up on it, which is good. Just overall, it's good. And then toward the end too, with the D line, just getting pressure and just murdering Brock Purdy at the end. Like, just all in all, I'm so happy with this defense, and it's only going to get better going forward. So, yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna not gonna try and echo a lot of things you guys said, but um, yeah, I mean, I said Christian McCaffrey was the player you stopped, and I mean, he had what 58 total yards. So, I mean, you did what you had to do to win the game because Brock Purdy looked scared back there after a while. Like he he knew the heat was coming regardless when he dropped back, and he
We
just
did the math in the game, man. He got hit on like 40% of his dropbacks or something like that. He was getting clobbered back there.
yeah.
Absolutely clobbered.
When defense puts the fear of God into you, that's probably going to mean you're going to win the game. So, I mean, this defense is just, Kevin mentioned Nick Emmanwori. Uh, for me, the two things that I look at are the emergence of Drake Thomas and Ty Okada, like two guys who, you know, I, you, I don't think anybody really predicted them to have a season like they had prior to this season, and they're key contributors to this team. Like they are big time players, and like it's just crazy. Like that Drake Thomas interception, like obviously Sean mentioned it went through his hands and it fell into his lap, but you got to catch it still. So that's like,
Well, the ball was tipped, so it's harder for McCaffrey. But
yeah,
then after McCaffrey tipped it, it's a hard reaction play by
just
Thomas
like
to make that
hug it
catch.
and then
Yeah,
like hang on
it
to it
was
and both feet down. Like,
lots of people dropped that pick, so it
yeah,
was a good play by him. Lots of people.
yeah. And I mean the secondary is just is so good. Like, I mean,
Shout out Reek. People
yeah,
really got on him earlier, and rightfully so. There were some times, but man, he has like really been awesome.
yeah. Reek
Like,
has definitely figured it out. So I'll be curious to see what they do in the off season in terms of Reek and a player that we talked about that has I have Wood up here been healthy this season. Uchenna Nwosu, he looks great coming off the edge and playing as a pass rusher. So I mean, this D line is just so good. DeMarcus Lawrence and I mean, you know, uh, Jaron Reed, the veteran presence, and Byron Murphy, is just like he's not putting up numbers, but he's just wreaking havoc in the middle. Like he doesn't have to get sacked or anything. He's just blowing up run plays as soon as they come to him, and he's just wrapping dudes up. Or same with Leonard Williams, just as soon as it comes towards him, he brushes the dude off and just hugs him. Like this defense is so good, and it's you know, I know a lot of the people like offensive and big scoring football, but this defense is just super fun to watch, especially if you're a Seahawks fan. And then the offense, I mean, it it wasn't like they moved the ball. They could have scored more points, but like you mentioned, like Sean mentioned, two missed field goals that hurts a little bit.
I mean, they had
And then
370 yards. Like they
yeah, they had
played really well.
yeah they
Just
had
like
370
things
yards and
happened that they didn't score points. Like they played well enough to put up 30. Like honestly,
yeah, and the run game was actually pretty impressive.
yeah,
Kenneth Walker looked pretty good. Zach Charbonnet, each both had equal amount of touches. Kenneth Walker had 6.1 a carry, and then Charbonnet with that big touchdown run to really put the game away at that point.
yeah.
It was just such a team effort. No turnovers. So I mean, if they play like this, I don't think there's a whole lot of teams that are
No, they
gonna have
outgained the
much of a
49ers
shot.
by 200 yards. Like it was
Yeah,
a drubbing. Like, and again, the 49ers are lucky it was a 10-point victory. Like I said, it should have been like a 26-3 game. like all things considered, probably
And
even worse.
and
But
now I have to go back to Vegas, although I'm not going back. I'm just going to mail it in. But my NFC West Seahawks championship ticket has now officially been cashed, so that is $25 that I'll spend it all in one place. Don't worry, I'm going to spend it all in one place. So, um, what a game! Seahawks number one seed, NFC West champions, and then let's talk about the other news that Kevin already mentioned. Charles Cross sign an extension. I'm on the Seahawks website. What was like 100 million for 4 years, something like that? I don't see it on here.
something,
They
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
yeah.
they don't
It's
usually
it's a
mention it on.
it's front
very,
loaded too. He gets the majority of it next year.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
um, uh, you know, great pick, has worked out great, absolutely deserving of this extension, and um. We had some great years with Walter Jones and Steve Hutchinson, and I hope he joins that pantheon someday. Obviously, it's going to take some time, but
I think
um,
time's already passed. If you would be Walter Jones, you'd be Walter Jones at this point. But still a good
uh,
player,
yeah,
still a very good player.
yeah,
I just
well, yeah, well, we'll see what the rest of his career is, but so far it's been great. So I'm glad to see that extension and secure the offensive line because if we can keep some of these pieces, Gray Zabel, young player playing great, Abe Lucas, we'll see how we keep this offensive line cohesion together. But if we can,
well, Abe Lucas already signed the year before, so he's here for longer.
oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, remember he
Um,
signed the offseason before.
oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So I mean, we've got some key pieces on the
Yep.
offensive line secured, and we got some teddy bears, but uh, the teddy bears can be replaced with giant men. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very happy with this last week, and I didn't see my coworkers a 49ers fan. I wonder why this day when I went to the office, but we'll see what happens with the 49ers. Sean, what'd you think of the extension?
It's no, that's the cost of doing business for a left tackle. It's it what was the official again? 100 million for 4 years?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little over
a little
100,
more,
but
like 104
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah. And it's a 4 year extension, right? So it's gonna be
yeah.
it's
Hmm.
technically less because it bakes into account like technically they had a couple like a year or so left on the deal. So it's like a little bit less than 25, I assume. So I mean that's a lot, but like I Matthew said, like he's good. I wouldn't go like say like he's amazing, like at the Walter Jones tier, but like
I wasn't saying, but I think if
he's
he
like
continues to
he's
play
like
well, he
Ed
could be on that trajectory.
he's like the eighth to fifth best left tackle in football, which is fine. Like absolutely, and that is a position you lock up and don't have to worry about because it's very important. So here's worry about it. You've already got both your tackles locked up. You got Zabel locked up. I mean, because he's on a rookie deal, and so yeah, you feel pretty good all things considered. You have two holes. You had two holes coming in the year, really, and you just. I was talking to a buddy, and I was like, "Hey, coming in the draft this next year, I don't care if I want three things, and you have how many picks? A bunch of picks and offseason money. I go, you hammer guard and center, linebacker, and wide receiver. And then I don't care if you draft any other position, just hammer. I want five new bodies between free agent signings, trades, draft. I want five new bodies to play center and guard, right guard, and you figure it out. There you go, boom. And then these are your long-term guys. Preferably you draft one of them, so you got one of them on a rookie deal also, and then you fill in some guard. And maybe I really want a good big body wide receiver too. Maybe Horton could be in that, but you spend a second round pick on a wide receiver. Let's give it a shot, put some talent out there. But like coming into the offseason, needing not sure about Charles Cross, he had a deal coming up, all these other things. The pieces that you need are getting less and less by locking up Charles Cross. So I'm really excited about this because then it frees you up. You don't have to worry about that position in the future. You can be like, okay, we can attack our remaining positions of need because we just talked about it. Mike McDonald on defense is just like turning reclamation projects and backup safeties and linebackers into dudes. So it's just like, I don't need to spend a ton of resources on there. He wants a guy, you go get it for him. Other than that, let's throw resources at the offense and figure it out. And signing Charles Cross frees you up to spend the picks on that. And that's it's more less the dollars for Charles Cross, but more the freedom that you don't have to find and replace a left tackle in the NFL. That's a huge need that I don't have to lose sleep over at night. And so does John Schneider.
Kevin, what'd you think of?
Or shout out Cable Thanos Donk Schneider in the new video. Yeah, there you go. Sweaty pits.
Kevin, what'd you think of the Charles Cross extension?
No, anytime you can lock up essentially a left tackle, that's a top 10 left tackle. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
deal. You pay him the money that they need, just because you got to solidify the left
I
side.
mean, he's slotting in at sixth right now. He's not even getting top
Yeah.
market deal right now. He's getting sixth. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like it was a no-brainer. We knew it was going to come anywho, and the best time is to do it now while he's, keep him happy. Especially while he's hurt, it's going to cheer him up and get him motivated to come back when he does. It's going to make him just ball the fuck out during if he's able to come back during playoffs.
they said he would have been able to play wild card weekend, so
Yeah.
he will play
So he's going to
divisional.
come back in the division round, and I guarantee he's going to be a happy motherfucker that's going to allow no pressures and no sacks, because he's got essentially $100 million in his pocket. So that's like I said, that's a good thing. It's going to motivate that left side even more so. And I mean, without him there, like the pressure's been actually, I thought Sam Darnold actually had a lot of good like pocket presence, like essentially good pockets established last week. Even
They sent some help. Like they gave him some
yeah,
tight end help. AJ Barner
yeah.
hung out a lot over there, so that's partially why. But yeah, the
But
Jones
getting
did
back is
very well.
still
Yeah,
getting him back is still going to be nice. So,
yeah.
but no, overall, I like it. I think it's good, and yeah, going forward, just draft essentially, kind of what Sean said. I would also like to like because we know Nwosu's probably not coming back, so I'd also like probably like a defensive end like hybrid.
This might be
But
legitimately. Can you get Mason Crosby or Max Crosby? Could you just legitimately get Max Crosby? Why not?
I mean, you'd have to
Isn't his contract crazy? Like, I don't know how that would work
No, it's not.
financially. Is
It's
it
not.
not?
No, and he's not even 30 yet. Like,
you
let me see
could.
here.
I don't hate the idea, but I think it might cost more than you
You
think.
you trade your first round pick and
He's
then
getting he's getting. Let's see here. He doesn't. At no point does he make $30 million on the rest of the deal. So an elite pass rusher, good on pass and run defense, plays every snap, is unhappy. You're going to eat the contract, so you're not going to have to give up a ton of picks because you're going to take all the money from the
yeah, I was about to
Raiders.
say I don't really want to give up more than one first round because a lot of
You're not
teams.
giving up more. You might even have to give up a first round because
Yeah,
you're eating all $30 million per year of this thing.
I think
Like
yeah,
it
for
would
the
take a
Raiders,
first to get Max Crosby.
I think you could do it for a second and a third for the whole contract. He's not. You got to tear it down now. Like it's over now.
yeah.
So I'm saying I think he's
Tear
going to get
down
moved.
what?
I think you do. What?
Tear down what?
That's all they got. They're bringing in a whole new
There's
thing.
nothing
Like
there
it's
to tear
gone.
down. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Max Crosby's pissed. You saw his thing. He's not coming back. He's done. He's out of there.
I mean,
Like
maybe.
He would
We'll
love to
he
see.
play
played
for McDonald's.
basketball the day after they're like, you're not playing anymore. And he's like, okay. Like
Plus,
yeah.
imagine you're Max Crosby and you're told that you're about to go play for Mike McDonald. Like you'd be ecstatic.
I think there's definitely a world I mean, I think it's more likely that he's traded than not. The question's going to
Yeah.
be how many people can afford that $30 million, and the Seahawks can definitely afford it.
I think it
Like they have
depends
the
who the
fifth
coach
lowest
is.
price.
You
Like, if
also
you
got to
get,
remember too, we got to sign Spoon soon too, and
Well,
then
Spoon's not up for like 2 more years. He can't be signed for 2 more years.
I know, but
if they get a defensive
You actually
head
can't
coach,
sign him
I
though.
don't
You
think they
can't sign
get
him
rid of
though
Max
for 2 more
Crosby.
years. You physically can't sign him for 2 more years. I
I
think
know
it's too
there's
much.
somebody we have to pay.
Woolen, if you want to pay Woolen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, you can go get a
But
quarter to replace him, but
Kobe Bryant is his contract's up too,
no,
I
you
think.
can let
you're
Kobe
not going to
Woolen.
give Kobe a whole lot, to be honest, even if
Yeah.
he's
I
coming
mean,
back.
Maffei's gone, but you already have your edges all filled out. Nwosu's gone, but that's fine.
We'll see what
I
they
think
do
you
in the
fill that out in the
offseason.
draft. So
But you don't need either of them if you trade for Max Crosby.
that's very
like
true.
I assume like
I guess.
you upgrade over both of them like by a lot if you get Max Crosby in the Seahawks blue. I'm just saying, like
All
I'm
right.
just saying.
Well, let's talk about current playoffs since we don't have a game to preview. Let's talk about the wild card round. Let's do some predictions. So this part is going to be predicting who the Seahawks will play in a couple weeks. So let's start with the NFC. We got Panthers the 4 hosting the Rams. Is anyone picking the Panthers in this one?
No, no,
Okay,
No.
that's what I thought. Um, Eagles Niners. I think the Eagles are going to win this one. I don't. I think the 49ers will put up a fight, but I don't. I think the Eagles win. Sean, what do you think?
the Eagles have just been a mess all year. It depends on which 49ers and which Eagles team shows up. Because the Eagles, I mean, won the Super Bowl last year with largely the same team, but they're just a dumpster fire this year. Like they won an East, which a team had to win it. They're the only team above 500 in it. Like they're not very good. The 49ers right now, as it stands, probably are a better team. It's a coin flip, I think. Right now, Eagles, I think. But man, you asked me in 30 minutes. Like,
Kevin, what do you think?
Just a side note too. I think the Rams will win, but like the Rams have only won three of their last six. Let's just put that into perspective
Also
right now.
true. And the Panthers already beat them once, but
The Rams are actually not playing good football right now. It's kind of weird. Um, but I mean, do I think they'll probably step it up a little bit? Yes. I think the Niners, it's going to really depend on if Ricky Pearsall and if Trent Williams play. If they play, I think they have a shot. If they don't play, I think it probably goes
if they
close.
both play, I think the
Yeah.
49ers clearly win. If they don't,
Yes.
I think it's a slugfest.
I think Trent Williams is more of the factor. Trent Williams is just
Yeah.
as we were just talking about O-line, having a
Yeah.
solidified tackle playing is, yeah. So I probably would give the edge to the Niners just because the Eagles, you don't know what the hell you're going to get out of them. They have a really good defense, but that offense is just, I feel like, I think it was like, there was a stat, it's like the past 8 weeks, they're at bottom six offense.
Yeah, they've had
It's,
two
yeah.
halves in the last 8 weeks where they've had less than 10 yards or something like that of passing or something like that. It's just ridiculous.
Well, there's a stat that like when their quarterback throws for less than 200, they actually win more
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
they do. Yeah, and I was
The
just like,
I think the
the
Eagles defense is going to eat a lot.
when they played the Bills, they Jalen Hurts passed for 12 yards in the second half and they won.
also
Like,
depends on how Purdy is after we just murdered the
that's true. But
freaking.
you can't throw for 12 yards in the playoffs and win a football game. It's just not going to happen.
If they
That's
stop
So they have to
McCaffrey,
get
they
better.
will win.
They have to get better.
Yeah,
All right, so it's kind of split on that one. It seems like mostly Eagles, but with some caveats there. Bears, Packers. I don't really understand the Packers hype. I'm taking the Bears clearly in this one. Sean, what do you think?
I got the Packers hype before Micah Parsons got hurt. So, I mean, Love's really good when he's healthy and plays, um, obviously. But man, I don't know. I think this is just like a lesser version of the game we just talked about. I think both these teams. It's nice that they're here. I don't think they really matter too much, to be honest. Both of these teams. Uh, man, I I'm gonna say Bears just because no Micah Parsons. I get the Packers and all that stuff, but I just think maybe the Bears got it this time. I know the Packers are the favorites right now, but I'm gonna say Bears.
Kevin, what do you got?
I'm going to say the Bears only because I think the weather's going to play a factor in it, which is going to bring it down to the run game, which the run game for the Packers has been very inconsistent. I think the Bears running has been better, so I'm going to give it to the Bears on that one.
And based on my predictions, I think the Seahawks will face the Rams
The
in
D line is just awful for
the
the
divisional
Packers.
round. But
Yeah, I'll be
what do you
rooting for
guys
the
think?
Packers because I would love to play the Packers in round
Yeah.
two. That'd be like
Who do you
great.
think the Seahawks will play? Sounds like based on your predictions, 49ers?
Um, Man, yeah, probably 49ers. I think the Bears, Packers, and Eagles 49ers games are coin flips, honestly, though. So I wouldn't be shocked if we played the Packers or the 49ers.
I think we'll
Um,
put an NFC West team. I'll,
Unfortunately,
I'll
I
just
think
put it in
so.
that.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I think we'll be playing one of the teams I don't want to play.
Kevin, who do you think they play in the divisional round?
Probably the Rams.
Yeah. I think that seems to be how it's going to line up here. Which, you know,
That's the Super Bowl. If that happens in round,
well, it was like 49ers Seahawks in
yeah,
2013
it
that
just
game,
happens.
it seems like.
It
So,
just happens. It's round two this year.
yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the Super Bowl. I feel like the team that's
Round
that day.
three, technically.
No, it'll be round two.
What? This is the third time we played the Rams. Is what I'm
No,
saying.
no, like
Oh,
I
well,
mean,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the
Okay,
second round
I
of
see
the
what you're saying
playoffs.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the second
yeah,
round of the
Yeah.
playoffs.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Best of three, obviously, because you got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's have some fun. Let's do the AFC. Broncos are the 1 seed, 4-5, Steelers, Texans. I do think Aaron Rodgers pulls this out and gets one last playoff win. I think that the Steelers will win this game. It's going to be like a 13-10 garbage fest because I don't think that Texans offense does much. Sean, what do you think?
For everything you said about the Texans offense, the Steelers offense does less. These three games, I'm just going to sum it up, are absolute monster coin flips. I have no idea what to make of any of them. Like we just said that about the I don't know what to do in the
You could probably
AFC.
say that the entire playoffs, honestly.
No, there's some teams where you're like, okay, I get it. Like it's like the NFC West. I'm like, I'm confident. I know who they are, and the Eagles have the talent if they just show up. That's why the Eagles 49er game is only different. If you had moved the Eagles and 49ers to a different game, I would have called all three games. But it's like that's it. The AFC is just like every team has massive flaws, like massive, massive flaws. I wanted, man. I'm trying not because I obviously want the Texans. I
Oh, I
think
do
the
too.
Texans.
I hope they send Aaron Rodgers
Everything you said
back.
about Texans, Mike Tomlin just doesn't know how to win when it matters. So,
Also true.
and that defense is going to eat. Like those two edge rushers are just going to eat, man. Like they're going to eat Aaron Rodgers alive. Like so, I'm going to say Texans
Is
by
it going to
three.
be like Battle of the Bastards for Aaron Rodgers in this game, where he's just getting swallowed up by
It's
that?
gonna. It might be the because there's two best defenses in football. It is the Seahawks and it is the Texans, and the Texans are going to do to Rodgers what we did to Purdy. Now, is it going to be enough? Are like this, like the Seahawks? Are the Texans' offense going to be able to do enough? I think yes.
Kevin, who you got?
I'm going to take the Texans just because even though the Steelers defense can be good, you have a way more mobile quarterback in behind center in Houston than you do, for Aaron Rodgers. So I think it's going to be a very low scoring game. I think it's going to be like 16-9. Like,
Yeah, 13-10, 16-9,
yeah,
something gross.
it's going to be a weird fucking thing. Um, Bills Jacksonville, that's the game I kind of want to see just
That's the
because
game I want to see the most. Absolutely.
honestly, I think a lot of people are not giving Jacksonville enough credit. Like Jacksonville's got, I mean, they've been so low, they just have a lot of star-studded talent on it, and they've just been looking for a coach essentially to kind
I
of,
don't know if they have
yeah,
star-studded talent. I think they're finally coached really well. They have
yeah,
good players, but
yeah.
star-studded, I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, they've been drafting top 10 for quite some time, so they got some studs
Yeah.
there.
Travis
But
Hunter is out the
This
rest of
is
the year,
the
though. So
this
yeah,
is the like Josh Allen. Are you going to show up game? Because if Josh Allen shows up, Texas Jags will lose.
now
well,
they've been
sorry. Go ahead, Kevin.
they've been dumping on people, but they've been dumping on like the only team that I
Yeah,
could really say that is like would say be the Colts because that defense is good for the Colts. A lot of people don't give that defense credit. I mean, they held us down to just field goals. Um, but I don't know. Like I said, it's Jacksonville's kind of like the Seahawks of the AFC. Like nobody really like pays attention to them because they're like the third team like in
well,
Florida.
they just haven't mattered for so long. And honestly, they were kind of
Right.
struggling at the beginning of the year, and then got crazy hot at the end here. Like,
But I mean, do I want to doubt Josh Allen? No, because Josh Allen can either do nothing or Josh Allen can just take over a football game.
yeah,
So
he's the one that's left. Can he do it?
Uh,
yeah,
so
uh,
who you got, Kevin?
I'm gonna take Jacksonville actually, just because the hard part is that Bill's defense,
Yeah,
especially that secondary, and I mean, with Trevor Lawrence being as hot as he is, and he's got so many weapons right now, and they're all healthy. Like I think Trevor Lawrence and those receivers and the tight end Strange
yeah.
are just going to just tear that secondary's ass apart. And I think it will be close. I think Josh Allen will do enough, but I think Josh Allen only gets like 24 points, and then I think Jacksonville will get like 30 to 32. So
Yeah, I think I do agree with you, Kevin. I am going to take the Jags. I think the overall team's going to outweigh the Josh Allen factor. And if Josh Allen wins the game, it wouldn't shock me. But I think Jacksonville's the overall better team, and I think they win the game. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. If this was in Buffalo, it'd probably be a different story, but it's not. It's in Jacksonville. Um, Buffalo, you shouldn't lose to the Eagles having 10 passing yards and a half. Should have done better than that.
yeah,
I, I, yeah, and we've seen games where they played awful, the Bills, and it's just going to be like you and Kevin said, it's if Josh Allen flips the switch, there's nothing the Jacks can do. But is the switch going to flip? Is because even with the defense being as awful for the Bills, he could put up 40 points. Like
For
it's
sure.
just Josh Allen. He's the MVP. Like the Jags do not have anybody on that team on that defense that's going to be able to stop MVP Josh Allen because there's like what two players. Miles Garrett didn't make the playoffs, like so. I don't. If he flips that switch, the only person who was beating MVP Josh Allen was Mahomes, and he's not here. So but it's if he flips it. And this year I haven't seen him flip it as much, so I don't know.
I mean,
Since it's in
honest,
Jackson, I
I
think
got I gotta disagree. I think Trevor Lawrence, with that terrible secondary of Buffalo, can keep up with a Josh Allen that's going
I do
on.
agree. I think it's going to be a shootout. That's why I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
nah, I don't. I've seen Josh Allen do it when it mattered. Um, Trevor Lawrence,
Trevor Lawrence is the worst quarterback, but he's got the better weapons.
Yeah,
yes, but I wouldn't say they're
definitely.
great weapons though. Like to be honest, Parker
But
Washington's your leading receiver. I'm not saying it's like great. Like just to be honest here,
who's
like
emerged? Jacoby Myers. I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. You've got Brenton Strange. Like
they're
they've
all
got good
they
players.
all play the position of wide receiver. That's true. Um,
Brenton Strange, a tight end.
I know. Well, there you said Jacoby Myers, Washington. They play wide receiver. They're not. I wouldn't say elite or fine. They're wide receiver twos and threes. Same with the Bills. They have a bunch of twos and threes. Um, but like we have a longer track record of Josh Allen doing the thing, and so it's just his pedigree, and he's just been doing it long enough. And again, he'd probably have a ring if it wasn't for the Holmes guy at this point. But that's what, like Matt said, though, the Jags are just a better team at this point because that defense is just awful. And I just think that I don't think Josh is going to flip the switch all the way. He'll be good, but I just don't think he's going to be able to like go nuclear like he did in the Chiefs like playoff game a couple years ago, where he's going to drop 45. I just don't think because that's the flip he has to switch. He has to be elite 10 out of 10 Josh Allen. He could be 9 out of 10, but because the Jags are playing so well and they're the better team, he has to be 9 or 10 out of 10. He can't be 8. He has to be elite, 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 elite. And I like asking a guy to be that for sure to win you the game. I don't know. I'm not betting on that. So I'm going to say the Jags as well.
And then the last one, Patriots Chargers. I think this could be a good game, but I am going to take the Patriots in this one. The Chargers just kind of seem to get there and flop every time, and the Patriots. Well, I don't think they're that good, really. I think they're better than the Chargers in this one. Sean, what do you think?
Patriots are probably the best team in the AFC. So yeah, Chargers have the best player, like we said, Herbert. But I just saw a stat that said they graded the surrounding talent, and the Chargers ranked 30 of the league. He has literally no help on the team. The other two teams were the Raiders and Browns. So down there, and no other team in the bottom 20 made the playoffs, and it was just the Chargers. And I'm like, my God, that man single-handedly dragged the corpse of the Chargers to the playoffs. He's running out with a third string tackle and a backup tackle on both sides. Like I'm just like the best receiver he's got is 36-year-old Keenan Allen. Like what are we doing here? And then his what's his tight end build Seahawks guy
Will
Will
Disley?
Disley.
This.
No, it's
That's
Oronde
your second.
Gadsden now, the rookie sensation.
I'm just saying. I'm just like that's your receiving options. Okay, like
What about
I just
wee little lad? Wee little
I'm
lad.
just saying. I'm just saying. Like Matt, everything we said about the Patriots are just the better team, and Drake May is, I think, unfortunately legit. But I don't think he's Herbert, but he's good, and he's on a much better team. Herbert just is by himself, and that's just what's going to come down to. And I just don't think Herbert's going to be able to pull it out like a Josh Allen. He just won't. So it's going to be the Patriots.
Kevin, who you got?
I think it's going to come down to if the Chargers can get after Drake May, because the one bad thing that's the AFC or the Patriots are kind of like the Seahawks. They have a lot of good pieces. I think we have more star-studded talent and a deeper roster, but what they match is that they just have a solid O line. Their O line is like
Yeah,
okay.
I'd
To
even
where
say it's bad.
Drake
Honestly,
May has
I
been
even think
get
it's bad. Yeah,
Drake May has got hit a fuck ton.
yeah, yeah.
So if you can get pressure on Drake May and like just rough him up, you have a shot. Otherwise, I think the Patriots come away with this one probably by at least 2 scores. I wouldn't say more than that. I think it would probably be like a 10-point swing.
It could get ugly, honestly,
It
though.
could.
I don't think
It's,
Harbaugh's going to let it get ugly. I think he's going to
it's
keep it
just
close.
the Chargers are so banged up. They are
You're
so
you're you're actually right. You're right. I don't think it's going to get ugly because both these coaches like to run the ball, so that'll keep the scoring
right.
down. I think, unfortunately, like it could get ugly
And
because the
that's the other
Patriots are
thing.
so much better.
The Patriots run game is very inconsistent.
Oh
Is a
yeah, but it doesn't matter because they're both going to run it because they're both old
yeah,
school, so they're both going to feed it. Like
yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well, let us know what you think of the opening round wildcard matchups and the Seahawks as they have won the NFC West. Go ahead and blue sky at us. I'm at Master B. Sean is Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is Emerald Bowler. On X, Sean is Nasty Billy 22. Kevin is C to Believe, SEA to Believe. Subscribe to us and Tell us what you think on YouTube of the topics we talk about in the comments below. We're doing another short one, but we'll be back next week to talk about the Seahawks opening opponent in the divisional round, and we'll see how we did with our predictions. But until then, we'll see you next time on Washington East to West Sports. Bring back our Sonics.